What's going on, gangsters? Gregory Scott here. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about beautiful strength. Strength, sloppy strength, ugly strength, beautiful strength, beautiful strength. Now, if you're a real OG, a real student of the game, you could say, then you've heard me talk about beautiful strength before because it was in the very first video of the How to Become the Perfect Specimen series. If you haven't watched that video, then you're not a student of the game, but you can become one. So all you have to do is go and watch that video. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, beautiful strength, however, this concept, it's so important. And it's so important that I'm making an entire video dedicated to this topic. I'm making an entire video about it because I want you to continue to think on it. I want you to continue to meditate on it. I want you to continue to apply the concepts to your fitness. And if you can do that, if you can start understanding beautiful strength well, then you're on your way to becoming the perfect specimen. And becoming the perfect specimen, what does that mean? Well, it means that performance-wise, aesthetics-wise, strength-wise, you are or you can become elite. And if you really think about it, who doesn't want to become elite? Who doesn't want to maximize their time and maximize the effort that they're putting in to get the best results? I think everybody wants to do that, maximize the time and their effort and get the best results. That's what it means to be elite. So in this quick video, I'll explain more of the concept of what is beautiful strength, and then I'll show you through movement exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So let's get to it. So, beautiful strength. It's a mindset. It shows mastery over your movement, and it shows intentionality. It's movement with a purpose. From looking at two different movements without anybody saying anything, you can tell which one is beautiful and which one is just sloppy, uncontrolled movement. Beautiful movement is natural. It's like if you're dancing and you're moving on beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it feels right. It makes sense, it's consistent, and it just feels natural. But if you start going offbeat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, then it's just inconsistent, isn't it? It just becomes unnatural and it just doesn't feel right. So, if you're thinking about beautiful strength, and if you're thinking about keeping your movements sharp, then you're going to train yourself to do movements beautifully. You're not going to do things with bad form, and you're not going to do things with sloppy movement. Moving well and moving intentionally is going to become a habit. And once that becomes a habit, then it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before you reach easy power levels. Then once you're there, you can make difficult movements look easy. Easy. Then you can make difficult movements look beautiful. Okay, so small applicable technique portion of the video. And I just want to show you the difference between beautiful strength and strength that flows and strength that looks correct versus your not so flowy, your inconsistent type of strength. Okay, so the first one I'll show you is with a classic push-up. And this is the same one that I used in the How to Become the Perfect Specimen series. But you can see with the push-up, right, you can go all the way down and all the way back up in a very smooth, controlled form. Right? And when you have this smooth, controlled form, you can flow in different directions, but it's still smooth, right? I can go in any different direction, but it's still smooth. I can clap, but it's still smooth. I can go into a tiger bend, but I'm still flowing, right? And you can just put all these different types of movements together. But if you're not flowing, if you're only doing like half reps, right? If you're only doing half reps, if you're doing explosive, but you don't get the full extension at the top, you're just stopping at the bottom of the movement, right? Now I'm not flowing anymore. So I have to focus on full range of motion. I have to focus on a continuous flow, a continuous movement, right? And we can just build on that over time. All right, so that was the first example, but now I want to show you that there's even levels to this, right? That of course it goes beyond just basic push-ups, but at every level of movement, there's always going to be a beautiful strength and an ugly strength, okay? So here I want to give you an example of something that you might commonly see. Okay, so let's say you have a person that they're here and they can even do handstand push-ups, but they come into it like this. So they jump up, but they can't press themselves up all the way, so they have to bend their arms a little bit, then finally get into position. Then they might drop a little bit, but then they finally lock it into position, okay? Now they're gonna go for a rep, and they go for about here. And then they kind of fall off the pair of legs, okay? So to the untrained eye, you might be like, whoa, you know, that person, they're upside down and they're pressing their body. That's really impressive, it really looks good. And I mean, it does take a certain amount of strength. But what I want to show you next is just the evolution of that. The evolution of that where there's no wasted movement, where everything is sharp and it just looks so much better. It just looks so much more controlled and shows mastery over the movement, okay? So instead of just immediately jumping into it, what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to go into good push-up position and clean L-sit. Now, I pressed up with straight arms, you know, no wasted movement, my arms didn't bend, and look. Full range of motion, controlled at the top, coming back down, clean L-sit. Thank you. You can do it too. You can do it too. Okay, so doesn't one of them just show mastery? If you can control the range of motion, you can control if your arms bend or if they stay straight, you can control one full press. It's just a completely different level. So I want you to think about this. I want you to meditate on this and think about how can I be incorporating beautiful strength into my workout? But not my workout, your workout, okay? So think about this, meditate on this. I hope it was helpful. All right, my beautiful people, so that's all. But one thing that I want to remind you about this channel is that I make videos for those that want to become the perfect specimen. That's all. I only make videos for people that want to become their perfect specimen. But really, I want you to watch the videos and I want you to really meditate on what that actually even means. So my advice, and this is just my advice, you can take it or not, but I say become a student of the game. Become a student of movement. And all these new movements, all these new tools, all these new things that you're learning about, use it to propel you forward in whatever area of life you want, whatever area. Use it as a tool to accomplish the things that are important to you in this life. So think about that, meditate on that, and thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you got something out of it. So as always, let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep getting that 1% better every day, physically, spiritually, and mentally. And as always, have a gameful day. Peace.